Hello and happy Thursday evening. So I did not even give a heads up that I was going live. So for some of you, you're probably already in your pajamas. I'm a little bit of a night owl, but still a little weary. It's been a long day. Some of you might just catch us tomorrow and go, when was this live done? So yes, it's even after 9 o'clock. It's 9:20 or so at night, but it was a good day. We got a lot harvested today, and I'm thankful that my middle son could come out, and so my two oldest are out there with my hubby bringing in the corn harvest, and I don't think they're going to go too much later, so I just kind of want to sneak this in. And before I went live, I had to clean off my desk because there was a quiet time a little bit this morning too, so I started making some more of those Aurora Northern Lights cards, and just they're so slick, they're so easy to put together, just love those. So I wanted to finish those up because I want to pop some in the mail tomorrow and clean off my desk before I could do this live for you. So I will jump in. I think this is a quick and easy card, and when I do classes and such, it's kind of fun when I look around, like in my mind, I'm picturing the 6 stations for my in-person classes, and sometimes I'll be like, ooh, you know, that was a fun fold, or that took a little bit more, that was more of a project, or maybe a little bit more coloring, which can be time consuming. So then I come up with projects like this that are pretty easy to assemble, but I love it when it has a little bit more special ooh-ah for those that are receiving the card from you, that they can get excited about seeing something fun and fantastic. Even though it's simple, your recipients that receive your cards probably don't think they are. So let me get the camera turned around. Hi there, Shirley. Thanks for joining in. Just want to show you up close kind of where these products are coming from here. So from the mini catalog, I've been doing quite a bit with the Autumn Toile set from the mini catalog here. Hopefully not getting a glare. Sometimes at night it's a little bit harder to do my videos because I have to deal with artificial lighting and such. But on there, page 39, the Autumn Trees. Autumn Trees dies, because there's 2 bundles in here, and so you can see it's part of the bundle that has these huge trees that I want to use next. I haven't used those yet. So here I'm using the dies and stamps from Autumn Trees and some of the sentiments from Amber Autumn as well. I'm going to use the streaked dots and the earthen toned metallic paper there. And oh yeah, of course, the beautiful paper that I've been going nonstop with here, the Autumn Toile 12 by 12. So let me get started. I just kind of want to show you a little bit of like these papers I've been using a lot of. So you're like, yep, got there, been there, done that, got that. And so just using some more of that for this. And then for the deer here, you can see kind of has like that foil, and that is, like I said, that earthen metallic. So a lot of you have asked, like, is it kind of like a champagne? Is it like a brass? It's kind of like in between like early espresso pumpkin pie, because, you know, as the light hits it, it can look darker, lighter, but definitely earthen tone is a great way to put it. It's a really pretty, just earthen. It matches this designer series paper so well. That's what I like about it. And I'm kind of like, because I said it's in between earthen or early espresso and pecan pie, it's funny that as I said that, I didn't even realize like that is the color combination I'm using. My card base is early espresso, and I'm using my pumpkin pie there. So it does kind of tie those together. So sometimes just putting a bunch of neutrals together works, sometimes not always. And because this was a project from a class that I recently did, this card will come together a little bit faster because I've cut down all the pieces. So yeah, Autumn Toile, the back side's that, if you've seen projects using that. And then the earthen tone, I die cut that ahead of time. Very vanilla, and even a little bit of basic beige, pecan pie, early espresso. So we have all of that. What I did ahead of time is embossed this strip, and I like to always show you the products that I'm using when I do that ahead of time. And that is the Birch Wood 3D embossing folder. Love that, especially for fall and nature, masculine cards along that line. And then the autumn trees, all I'm using from there for this card today is the deer. And even the deer is going to be in the inside. But if you know me, I don't do a ton for the insides of my cards, but I like to, when possible, tie something from the outside to the inside. And in this case, bringing those deers to the inside with that stamp. And then, yeah, from that kind of coordinating bundle, then I have some different sentiments. And for this project, I actually laid out quite a few sentiments so that people would have different sayings to have in the inside and such. And I don't think, no, I'm not using anything from the autumn tree. No, the Amber Autumn dies, excuse me. All right, so let me show you how I put this together. Hello there, Lori. Like I said, I'm kind of curious if you guys are like brushing your teeth, getting ready for bed, or do you have your jammies on? Or if you're like, nope, got a couple hours left yet in me because maybe you're a night owl like I am. Okay, so we've got the card base here, Early Espresso, opening this way. And then what I'm going to do first is just take this portion of that autumn toile cut. I'm just double checking my measurements here. This is cut 4 by 4. So, oh yeah, that's right. So Shirley says, I love watching you. My husband is also a farmer. So yeah, so know how busy you are. And yeah, so that, I think sometimes you, until you are in the schedule to know, I think sometimes as farm wives, we just do all the busy and we know we're going to be busy until you see it actually happening. I'm like, I wonder if anybody think like, how crazy the schedule is. And somebody's like, oh, I bet you're cooking nonstop. No, I'm usually out in the tractor. And when people look at me like twice, I'll say, I don't have an oven in my tractor. And so I don't do a lot of cooking. I'm blessed with a wonderful daughter-in-law that does a lot of that, especially in the evening. She teaches during the day. I don't know how she does it. 3 kids, busy teacher, all that. But, today was a fun day in the grain cart. Beautiful weather. Like this is unusually like in the 80s for early October, just unheard of day after day, sunny. Just we've been really blessed. And so it is a busy time of year, but I'm glad to have some quiet time in the house to sneak a video to you. So I'll keep going. But I love it when you guys chime in because yeah, it's just to have sometimes that mutual connection that you don't know that you have with people is just really fun. Yeah, and there's just no way to describe that. And today I did sneak out, I had to give a ride, and so I snuck over to Quick Trip for, I call it my Nectar of the Gods, my large diet do, and saw one of my stamping friends, Lois, at Quick Trip. So it was kind of fun to see some of my stampers while I'm out and about in the community too, and went right home and into the tractor. Okay, so this little strip here of pecan pie is 1 inch by 4 inch. Like I said, I put that through my embossing folder. For making multiples, you might want to do like a sheet of it and then just cut it into 1 inch strips, however that works for you. And then this I cut 4 inches by about 2 inches and then trimmed, like I put the deer as close to the top of those 2 inches as I could. In fact, I still have kind of the scrap here. So it started out 4 by 2, and you can see I made the most of getting that deer up there like that. And then what I do this sneak in approach. So I'm just going, I eyed that about 1/4 inch from the top because that's what it's going to be on the sides there too. And then I'm eyeing about 1/4 inch from the bottom here. Although I have adhesive on here, I'm putting my finger in there just so that we can sneak this in before I put my adhesive on there. I'm gonna sneak that down in there. Tuck, tuck, tuck. And I'm watching both edges. That's why it's not just a quick tuck. Like I want it to be good, like so. And then that looks good. And I might actually lift because this isn't down. I'm gonna lift. Ugh. Shoot. I forgot to put adhesive on this one. That's why I'm like, why is that moving? So that's why I'm like, I'm just gonna bring that up. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing videos this late at night. Okay, well, so let's do that again. So we've got adhesive on there. Now when I tuck, this should stay. There we go. Okay, got that. I just want to make sure that this isn't crooked. I'm gonna pull that over. I like it when I can do that tuck because it allows for some movement, because I don't want like this to be hanging out over there or over there, and same with this. So we've got the multi-layers that way. So thanks for bearing with me right there. And then in this suite too, not to be overlooked, is the Early Espresso and Old Olive Linen Thread Pack. And so I'm going to use the Early Espresso from this. And this is where I always think, okay, like how often do you add ribbon or that type of embellishment for like a guy card? Well, I think you can definitely get away with this. Like my brothers, I have 4 older brothers, and they love to do everything in the outdoors with their hunting and fishing and all that kind of stuff. Like they're not going to look at me like, really, Willie? Willie is my nickname, if you don't know. They like to say that, really, Willie? Why would you put ribbon on my card? They would not say that to me. They would be like, oh, awesome card. And they do text me like and say how much they like my cards too, which I love that. I don't take that for granted at all, to think like that they took the time to text and that they noticed that I made it specially for them. All right, and then all that's kind of left then is adding our sentiment here. So now we're going to get out the ink Early Espresso for this, and then I just have these 1/2-inch strips of basic beige. I have a couple of them in case this doesn't line up perfectly. Okay, Grateful for You. I think this would make a great birthday card too, so you could still have it. Oh, see, that is, I feel like it's pointing down a little bit, so I'm just gonna do another one on the back side. See if I, no, that's even worse. Maybe I jinxed myself by having 2 pieces there. No, that, I'm just gonna try and really stamp it. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, I've got more. Okay, now I'm getting nervous, or yeah, let's look at this. Okay, maybe I just need to adjust this on my block. Okay, Grateful for You. Actually, my youngest, it's his birthday tomorrow, and I have not made his birthday card yet either. There we go. The 4th time is a charm, but I can see it is crooked on there, which isn't doing me any favors either. Okay, so now with this, I'm just going to give that a snip like that, and then give a little bit of extra space there on the edge. Then I'm going to go straight up the middle and then meet that for that banner cut. So if you don't know that technique, I used to always try and go from side to side, and boy, did that always become a mess really quick. So I'm just going to take, I love these edge pieces. I kind of save them off to the side. And actually now for classes, the last couple times, I've just stuck a whole bunch of edge pieces in for projects like this, and people might look like, Belle, you forgot to put the dimensionals in. But then when I say I did that on purpose, like so you can have all those fun edge pieces to put on exactly this, because like for this project, it's the only thing that's being popped up. So it's perfect to have those edge pieces, right? Okay, and then for the inside, that's when I'm going to sneak in the deer image here. So I'm going to ink that up as well in Early Espresso here. And then the Blessed to Have You in My Life. So Grateful for You on the outside, Blessed to Have You in My Life. And very easy, like just one ink pad here, and this comes together really easy. And a lot of you have already ordered this autumn set or suite collection, and I got the whole thing. At first I was like, well, maybe I should just get the Amber Autumn bundle or the trees, Autumn Trees bundle. And then it's just like the paper goes so well. And like I said, I have a lot of die cards that I need and like to make up. So this just comes together really quick and easy. Love that. And then for the embellishment, for the outside, I have the streaked dots here, and this, when I see this, is a reminder when I do my videos to say, hey guys, if you have not purchased a Take Your Pick tool, this will be your best friend. And this is right here, my infomercial. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I don't want to say people, but 16 dots did not get the adhesive picked up from underneath it. And the Take Your Pick tool, you can get right underneath there. Now Stampin' Up! Has so many of these adhesive backs, and actually I go after this with my little sticky, and that'll just push it off with the adhesive on the back that stays on the back there. So I'm just going to put a large one kind of within that divot of the banner, little fun cut there, and then I'm going to take just a couple of the smaller ones here, just slide that off. I'm going to put that there on my card to kind of frame the deer a little bit that way. But yeah, either using these, and even if you think, oh, I can just get them with my fingernails, well, a lot of fingernails, especially with the beautiful manicures that we have nowadays, aren't as easy to pick up underneath there. Or I had one person actually in a class lose their rhinestones, and she's like, where are my rhinestones? As soon as she said, where are my rhinestones, her fingernails were so long, her rhinestones were building up underneath her long fingernails. It was kind of funny. And so somebody else noticed it too and pointed it out, so I didn't have to, but that was kind of a unique experience to happen too. But the Take Your Pick tool, between this, or even a lot of people have their little tray here. I think I showed people like either to pick it up with this, this or that, and somebody goes, oh, I've had my Take Your Pick tool for I don't know how long, and I didn't even know that this came out to do that. So that's also a good thing to let you guys know about as well. So hopefully you enjoyed tonight's late night inspiration, and maybe for some of you it's not even that late. Like I said, it's sometimes hard to know what schedule everybody's on, but I know when I come on later I get different viewers and such too. So yeah, I don't know what my schedule is, as you know, but coming up, like Stampin' Up! Events, this Saturday is World Card Making Day. Tomorrow is the last day to register. It's a free event, so just go to www.stampinup.com. You can register for the free event. There's a free small gift afterwards, and so that's like just an hour thing. There's a join special, so if you think, oh gosh, I would love to be part of a Stampin' Up! Team, of course I would love you to join my team. That is a month-long promotion that's going on as well this month. And then I just got news, haven't even put the word out, that all kits are going to have a sale on them, some as much as 30% off starting October 6th. So that's next week. So that's kind of what's going on this month. Just a lot going on. 3 new kits just came out too. So if ever you have questions, need help with anything about ordering, or even if you want me to place orders, I can still do that. I know things are really different, but I can help you with that as well. So I'm going to go post this card on my Facebook page here. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.